Da-da-da-da,
Oh,
da-da-da-da,
absolutely perfect.
da-da-da-da, da-da, मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा. What Akhil can sing, it's only who Akhil can sing. Like they've released, he's got that one unique voice. But Tera Ban Jaunga was 2019's most streamed song all over the world. I've never till date called Galiyan as a song.
Yeah.
I feel it's a vibe.
The guest of this time is the sensation and the man behind the voice of Tera Ban Jaunga, Humsafar, and the Galiyan, which is streaming everywhere on the top chart busters. Akhil Sachdeva with me. Akhil, hi. My name is Sumit
Hi,
Goyal
hi,
from Alshots. We
hi.
are an English news aggregate application in the Arab world. The first, in fact, the first English news aggregate application in the Arab world, based out in Dubai and UAE.
Oh
So
wow.
what we are doing is right now our new venture is to explore the entertainment sector right now, and to this conversation is basically dedicated to all the fans in the community which belongs in UAE, especially the Indian ones who are your fan
Yeah, yeah,
for all
yeah,
these songs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you
So
so much. Glad to be part of you. This whole venture. I'm so glad.
absolutely. Thank you so much,
Ji.
Akhil. So let's continue. It all started
Yeah.
2009, I guess. You were the lead
2000. Yeah.
You were the lead
2009 December.
December. So, what was in your mind? Like, you started as a lead vocalist from Nasha band based out in Delhi, right?
Yeah.
The capital of
So
India.
I didn't start it as a vocalist. I was the founder. I made that band. So Nasha is my band.
Okay.
It's written. I have a big tattoo engraved on my hand. So it's my property. And people here in India call me Nasha boy. Like I think they don't call me Akhil. They call me Nasha boy.
Nasha boy,
And,
yeah.
yeah, it started back there, and I think it was India's first ever Sufi rock band of this
Okay.
genre.
Yeah.
And that's how my musical journey started. And Bollywood happened 7 years later. I just
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
we would be really curious to know this, that how has been those late 8 years that went accordingly, because 2009 you were thinking to compose music per se for your band genre and everything. How,
Yeah.
like, was it in your mind from the early times that I will have to step into the Bollywood playback singing, or will you be?
Well, I never thought of. In fact, I'll tell you. I think It's not that always wanted to be a singer. It's not that I don't come from a musical family. I come
Mhm.
from a very simple middle class background family here in Delhi,
Mhm.
and it just happened by chance. I think a lot of people back here in India, everybody, the whole of the nation knows about my story. I think I'm a God's blessed child. I've always maintained that, and God has that special blessing on me because I've had a rough childhood. I've
Mhm.
My whole family went through lot of ups and downs happening in my family, especially the financial constraints. And you know when you know that when you have issues in your family, especially related to finances, other
Mhm.
things also just get disturbed and everything.
Absolutely.
So I'll be honest, like I won't go too much into details, but yes, I did music because the only reason was that I wanted to be happy.
Mhm.
And I just wanted to smile on my face, and I was going through a lot of issues, and trust me, the day I decided I want to do music, I think music chose me. I didn't choose music; music chose me, and I just immediately, I think back there in 2009, November 23rd was my first ever gig.
Mhm.
I started getting popular, and I get that instant popularity. I've started the band culture, which was nowhere. Like Hindi band culture was nowhere. Nobody used to like it, and they used to, you know, didn't appreciate it as much. Even the families never used to be approve of the Hindi music culture thing. I was the first ever guy. My band was the first band, so it just started back there. So I didn't know basically that I wanted to do music, but I knew that I had something within me which I could. The talent which I can take forward and do something for my family.
Mhm.
And then I didn't know I could compose, but I started composing because I think there was a talent inside. And I always leave it things to God, and I just do things purely and passionately. And then I started writing. I started composing music, writing. Humsafar was written in 2015, but it came in 2017. So
17.
I never knew, and I was never since I was. Not I didn't have too much of the facility, or I didn't have a normal childhood. I was not too much on the social media also. Lately I've started being active on Instagram for the last 2 years or
Okay.
3 years maximum. So it just happened. It just, things started happening. I didn't know what to do with my music, which I wrote, but I was glad, because it had its own destiny, and my songs are now where they're supposed to be. They've reached the big places, and they've given me everything. And now my family is, for them, I'm the Shah Rukh Khan. Like, they call me the Shah Rukh Khan of family. Like, I've done, God has done everything through my music and gave them everything which they never had. I could give them back through my music. So I'm just fortunate, and I'm a blessed guy.
That's really fantastic. Akhil, this is the story for, I guess, these were really the hard times when you started, and because when atmosphere, the surroundings, when they don't support, and still you become an odd one and you become a star. So you become a Shah Rukh Khan for your family. That's
They call me. In fact, the place where my parents, my family stays, the whole colony, they've named a park after my dad's name now, the park, and it's beautiful. They all feel that I belong to the whole colony, and it's a proud feeling when I go and meet them. The whole colony comes and meets me, and it's just beautiful. Like, and I think it's also because I've not forgotten my roots and everything, and I don't feel like a star, because honestly, I didn't want to be a celebrity. I want to do music, and that's what I'm doing, and that's what one should always look for. Like, be humble and just keep doing your work.
Very, very true words, and very great words. In fact, I hope you and your family, they're doing well at this pandemic situation for COVID-19.
It's just weird. You won't believe I was supposed to. I just made a post today only. If I don't think so, you follow me on Insta. If you do that, you'll get to know. My whole family got COVID tested positive 5 years back. The whole of my family, my mom, dad, my brother, bhabhi, my younger niece of 4 years. She's 4 years old. So I don't stay. I have a different house here, so I'm the only one, and it's a little weird and the most terrible time I'm seeing last 1 week. But things are again normal. They are recovering because parents especially, they have their own medical histories and all. So it's difficult. So I'm going through a little terrible time since last 10-15 days, but everything is fine. I have the power of music, and everything is fine, and I'm positive. And I think 1 more week they are home quarantine, and they'll be back again. They'll bounce back again. So
we hope they get well soon, and it's all our fans and everybody will pray for them. Don't worry, Akhil.
Thank you so much.
And you've been so brave, because this is really tough at your place, because when your family members, they're suffering from something and you cannot do anything. Because
it's you will relate to it. Like, if you get to know that one of your family member has, suppose, COVID, like, it's an uncertain virus attack we are living under. Suppose you know that there is one person whose test is positive. There are others who can still take care somehow. My whole family is COVID tested positive, and there is a 4-year-old kid. There is my age. My brother is 2 years elder to me. My brother, my bhabhi, and my parents. So they all under one roof are tested positive, and it's I don't know what to do, but I'm being positive. I'm being taking care, talking to doctors, taking care, keeping a check on them, and praying and doing music. And music is the biggest source of strength that God has given me. And I think they're on the verge now. They're getting better. Initially, my dad was a little serious, but everything is fine. And 1 more week, they'll be back and bouncing to the
come on track. So again, my question is very normal related to this thing that. What do you say? Is this the new normal? We have to adjust to ourselves, because it's your life, it's mine, it's everybody's life in the entire globe has been affected due to the lockdown and the COVID-19 situation. So, if I may ask you very personally that in the entire last 4 months or so, what have been your schedule? What has been your schedule? What is like what you do normally before lockdown and after lockdown in this situation? Has there been a drastic change in the graph, or how does it go with you?
Well, absolutely. If you talk about it, I'm a stage guy. Like, as I said, I started my career as a stage person, like in my stage life, and so it's very. And I was somebody who used to travel 17 to 20 days a month. And suddenly after February, we're stuck. I'm in Delhi. Thank God I was in Bombay, but one day before the lockdown happened, I came back to Delhi. At least it's a home feeling that you're here, because I have my house in Bombay also, but then I came back to Delhi. So of course it changed for everybody. My work stopped, everything is stopped. It's stopped for everybody, and I think our industry is the worst affected, the entertainment, because we were the first to be stopped and we would be the last to get open again. So it's the whole flow and the whole cycle is stopped. But I think it could you. I've never called it a new normal, like honestly, because I feel it's just a momentary thing. It will pass. It will surpass. I think, and I'm always a firm believer that my mom tells me that you're a lion. You can be shut for some time, but you can't be killed. Like you'll bounce back always. So I feel the industry also will boom. Like how once we'll reopen, I think we'll get double or triple of what we've not got this year. So it's always it's always about focusing and keeping that patience, which a lot of artists I felt that they could not deal with it. I'm sure because it's a bread and butter for lots of millions and millions of people. The music industry also, it's small, medium, or big artists or whatever. But I think it's about keeping patience and holding yourself strong at this point of time. And things will be back. I think by next year, once the vaccine thing is out, I think it'll be back to normal. Yes, but yes, there are also good things. I think I've always focused on the good things of this lockdown. I made a lot of music. I made a lot of new composition. Galiyan was also made.
I was actually coming to this point only.
And a lot of other music which I felt that I don't need to do for anyone else, like which I don't need to do, which I don't need to make for any project or something. But I think I'm somebody. I feel I'm an old soul. I always maintain that I don't fit into this generation that easily, and my soul belongs to an old era. So I wanted to just explore and find my own self, and wants to see what kind of writing I could write. So I wrote few songs and composed the way I would love to, not how a person would ask me to make music or if for any particular project. So I was very glad that I managed to do that. I managed to spend a lot of time with my own self, with my pet, and with my family, like keep visiting them, which I could not do. And then yes, I am somebody who always I'm not somebody who you can easily influence by luxuries. Like I think because we never had anything in my life, like, and now that I've given everything, God has through me, not me, but God has given through me everything back to the family. I still am somebody who lives in a shorts and a t-shirt and a chappal. Like I'm that sort of person.
Casual lifestyle. You're up into this.
So luxuries never excite me. So I feel that people around the globe have realized the importance of happiness in small things. And and they also know that less is sufficient. Like we are focused because there is no money, so there's not that money circle is stopped. So we believe that less is only sufficient. So I think a lot of people will come out way better out of it. And I'm also sure that a lot of people will get back to, they might say a few things just because of the trend thing or the, but they'll go back to whatever. But that's okay. I think that's how life is. And I'm glad. I just want to focus on the positive side. And by next year, I think we'll bounce back like how.
We'll bounce back with the double energy and the double.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was actually coming to this point. You started. So let's just talk on that. Galiyan. It is again a chart buster hit going right now. And if I had to relate this question to the web series one, because right now nobody can go to the theaters and all these public places, right? So web series, there are musical based web series, the stories based on the musical background, the singing thing, which is like Bandish Bandits. If you how about growing yourself as a singer, or say any other singer who's in the globe who wants to develop things and to explore in this, because web series, they are trending right now. Your song again, Galiyan, we'll come back to that. So what is your take on that? I mean, say Galiyan, say Bandish Bandits, all this musical journey.
Well, I'll be honest to you. I think once you make music, you make music. You don't worry about the platforms that you cater to. I personally, that's my personal opinion. And obviously that, certain, we back here in India, we believe that Bollywood, and if it comes in a big film, that really makes a big difference. But first of all, your music has to be that big as well. Your music has to have that power. A lot of big songs in big films have flopped. Big songs which they feel are big, but if you're not pure to your music or true to yourself and your kind of music, if you're following others, you can't do anything. And I always maintain that I see, if you ask me to make music, be it for films, be it for a single that I'm doing, my own single with my own video, or be it for OTT platform, which I must tell you that a 6th song for an OTT platform. And I was the first amongst this new youth generation of musician composers that we are. I was amongst the first to start doing it, and we also did for this series called Broken But Beautiful, which came a few months back. Me, Amal Malik, Vishal Mishra, we all are friends, and we all gave music songs, and all the songs were hugely accepted. My song "Oh Sajna" from Broken But Beautiful was one of the biggest hit again. So that's what I've seen. If I make music with pure intention, I don't worry about the platforms. Yes, sometimes it helps when certain big films you get your music gets fine there. Selected there, and it reaches out to a bigger audience. But as you say right now, for this particular pandemic, even the theaters are shut and everything. So everyone is stuck to the OTT platforms.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Bebaki when this show that when it happened, so it was supposed to happen right before the lockdown. Right before lockdown. But because lockdown happened, they couldn't complete the shoot also. And I was on the verge of completing the song, but then it got shut. So I had to redo things and make it during this lockdown thing. And it was made in 3 different cities altogether. Like mine, Oasis was recorded in Bombay. I was here in Delhi. My music producer was my friend Vaibhav. He was in Bombay again.
Okay.
He recorded the guitars were recorded in Bangalore or something. So it was like a whole India. It was like a long distance relationship that came and made one song, Galiyan. So I just feel, yes, you did not worry about the platform, but yes, platforms keep focusing on your work, and right now any platform you get, your music, your content has to be really good. Then it works out. Then it really works for you, and just make good music. Yeah? That's what I personally feel. Otherwise, any content, any platform you go to, if you're not good, your content is not good, nothing will happen.
Yeah, absolutely true. But somehow what I feel is that people are getting more creative in this lockdown, as you yourself only more time to make more music, to make music for others as well. So this has been a positive side of this lockdown pandemic. Okay. Now jumping on very quickly, how about your interest in cricket? Because IPL, Indian Premier League, is to be featured here in Dubai this time. So what's your take on that?
Well, first of all, I've been a cricketer myself, so I played for Delhi under 16, and my parents always thought that when things were a little fine back there when I was quite young, my parents felt that I would one day soon play for India. So that didn't happen, but I'm glad it didn't happen because I think music happened to me, and music was my calling. And talking about Dubai, which is also involved, you won't believe that tomorrow my best friend is coming to Dubai. And I was supposed to come with him, but because my family situation, now I've cancelled that plan. So I was supposed to come there for like good 15-20 days, and maybe I would have just stayed there and seen some of the matches, or not there, but being in Dubai and watching the match.
Our fans would have really loved that if you would have made it.
Yeah. But soon I'll come there. But yes, I'm really excited. I think that's one thing which this lockdown will make sure that right now back here in India, a lot of people are taking it very easy. But this is the time where cases. I think you must have read yesterday, India became the second most virus-affected country in the world.
Yeah, it will become number 1 very soon.
It will become number 1. So that's what the worst part is. That people now have started taking things very lightly, and that's why it's attacking us more. And I think because of this IPL, there would be millions of people who will stay back at home and so it's a good sign for everything, and why not? Like, I'm a cricket mad fan and lover, so I'm dying to see cricket. Yeah.
So what's your favorite team in this Indian Premier League, which is happening right now?
It's always, see, I've never had a favorite team, I'll be honest. I've always had favorite players.
Okay, so let's come to the players only. I was about to ask you this only. Who's going to be your favorite pick? It's the batsman, bowler, or what would you love to?
It'll always be a batsman. So I always have been a Dhoni fan. Always. So I think I'm key. And since of his retirement announcement and everything, I think my focus is to just watch that man back on screen again and do his magic.
That's great, because MS Dhoni is everybody's favorite, I guess, globally.
Yeah, and I think because of this announcement of retirement thing as well, it's just become, the craze has doubled to see him back in action, and let's see his attitude, because he won't say anything, he'll just his attitude will speak. So
Captain Cool himself, the Captain Cool himself.
Yeah, so looking forward.
Okay. So now I would ask you one thing more. Our fans would love to know the story behind the song, famous song, the most famous song of 2019. Thanks to you, Akhil Sachdeva, Tera Ban Jaunga from Kabir Singh.
Ji.
Now, everybody know that this has been a romantic song, but as a composer, as a musician, as a singer, as a human, as a person with all the burdens, knowing the fact that you have a gap and you have to develop this song to that scale. So uh, what was your thought like? What was it all going inside the head that this would be the output, or will it be like I just prepared, I composed, I just deliver it. It took me 500 takes. It took me three days, 7 days. What do you think?
I never bother. I don't know. I've never been bothered about all those things. I just know I somehow have developed, not even while doing composing music. I think on stage, I think I have a I have this connect with my audience, which is a God's blessing. And you know, very few artists have that connect with where they can command the audience. Like, you know, the audience claps, starts clapping and dancing with the artist. Or if the artist wants to stop them, he can just, you know, do this action and everybody stops. And I've always had that major connect with my fans and my audience when I was on stage. So I always believe that connect. So these are my strengths, and I always think about those simple strengths that I have with my in myself, which is related to my fans. So I always knew that my music, like Humsafar also, why it became Humsafar, because it had that freshness of the writing my kind of writing that I write, and I think it was simple. I always make sure that I write melodies. I make good melodies which are hummable, which are very hummable and pleasing to your ears. And I'm so glad, and I'll always want God to give me this sort of a voice which God has given me. It's a very unique voice. Like, a lot of people used to initially compare it with Atif Aslam, but then everybody now realize that he has his own voice and his own style. And the best part is, everybody in the industry feels that my voice is like, a lot of people right now. I don't want to name them, but I also know that they do definitely their style and voice sound like Arijit also. Like, you know, they maybe they get inspired, or they have it's their natural voice. But I've realized that a lot of now the industry has also felt that my voice might not be suitable for all the songs, like every sort of a song, but they felt that, you know, my voice would be what Akhil can sing. It's only who Akhil can sing. Like, they've released he's got that one unique voice. Yes. So I always knew that I want to be. So only Humsafar was there in my mind. I saw the whole picture. Arjun Reddy was there. Arjun Reddy, I saw it. And then when I knew that, you know, on some different situation my song will come on, I was well prepared. They wanted like a soulful, pure. The makers told me they want Humsafar. They want that similar pure vibe of Humsafar. And it's very difficult. Like, you know, you can't. It's very difficult for a maker to remake, like to redo a second Humsafar. Like, it's very difficult. So all I told myself was that, be yourself, write what you want to write, compose, and you know, I'm somebody like since I'm not a learned guy, I've never learned how to play guitar. I've never learned how to write, compose. It's just a blessing, or maybe it's my passion or my calling, whatever you can call. So I started just humming, and I think all I can say is I just knew one thing. Like, this is how the song happened. Like,
please. Oh, absolutely.
This much happened. Like, you know, that Hameri Rahein. It just came later on. But the humming part, initially it was. So people were not sure if they didn't know how to take me as a singer or the maker, like the composer. So I didn't get too many of the. I was ready for playback singing, but it didn't happen. Like, you know, for 1 year at least. And but I took my time. I always knew that God has given me this ability to make music and do music in my own style. And then when Tera Ban Jaunga happened for Kabir Singh, I think initially it was the first song that was selected for the film, and like, there were no other songs that was being shortlisted at that point of time. So I met the makers, and it was supposed to be at some other place, where I think the first song, my friend only Vishal Mishra has done that song, Kaise Hua. So it was supposed to be at that particular place, but then it didn't happen, and they made me see the Arjun Reddy as well. I saw the whole film, though I didn't understand the language, but I think I must say I loved Arjun Reddy more than Kabir Singh. Like, that's what my personal thing was. But I was glad that God was with me, and then Tera Ban Jaunga came at a very important point of time in the film, and it became what it became. And I was surprised to hear it that the whole album, you know, that was beautiful. Like every song was appreciated. But Tera Ban Jaunga was 2019's most streamed song all over the world. Like
Yes.
that was the biggest stream song, and it again got me back. And people who I felt would recognize me through Humsafar also, or would at least let me know that they recognize me. Post Tera Ban Jaunga, I think they believe that this boy has some talent, and then rest is history. As I said, then I kept doing other songs, my singles, and OTT platforms. And
Yeah.
I'm glad that my song just remain in people's heart, and they connect to my music and my voice. So it's
You
just
know,
beautiful. And now Galiyan happened, yeah.
this song has a really epic feeling, which really connects everybody to their personal genre, their personal life, what they play.
Yeah. First line that came to me was "मैं तेरा बनाना बन जाऊं," and then and then I thought about this idea, "मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा." So it's a very selfless sort of a feeling that "मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा." I'm not asking you to be mine. I'm
Yeah.
saying "मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा." It was that pure. So I just knew at that point of time that yes, somebody my own conscious talking to me and telling me this is what your writing is. Again, how Humsafar happened, and the feeling only "मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा" in itself the song has to be called as "तेरा बन जाऊंगा." And when I'm confirmed with that idea, then I work on it. And then everything comes. And you won't believe, I think I made this song in less than half an hour.
Oh,
The song was maximum. Humsafar was made in 17 minutes. This was made. This probably took like 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
this needs a plot, Akhil. I mean, I've been interviewing almost everybody, so I myself am a producer as well. I do.
Oh, wow.
I will come to that again. The remixing part. The world has a criticism for that, but producing the song, like we understand, it's the chords, then the bass line, and then the strings, then the effects, and then the vocals. So whole thing it got in 17 minutes.
No. I'm not a music producer. I compose,
Huh?
I write, and I sing. So I'm saying the song was made in my heart and on my phone recording in less than half an hour. I was.
And then the
confirmed
idea
with
was
lyrics.
replicated to
Yeah,
the.
then Aditya Dev, he came into the picture, and I don't know, they always felt that like with my kind of voice and the soul that I put into my songs,
Yeah.
they feel music has to just support you. Like my voice and the music, the song itself will do its part. So Aditya is a magician himself, and then he does his part. And there were the other original lyrics that I wrote for the song. And then since the situation also shifted to another scene. Then we got Kumar Paji, who's one of the biggest lyricists.
Yeah.
He
absolutely.
changed the lyrics, but he said he also felt. He said, when I was recording with him and he saw me singing, he said he already knew that it's the biggest song of this year. Before we were recording, and he said, because that as coming from one of those writers, he's a writer genius, and when he heard that phrase "मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा," it's like I don't know, I don't want to hear what you've written other than that, but
This is
this
fine.
itself is like it's there. And then he heard the whole composition, and the best part is every line of "Tera Ban Jaunga," when I sing in my concerts, or when I see people in the clubs and every day or whenever they're chilling, they hear it. They sing each and every line. So beautiful part about this blessing that God gave me is that my music, it's not that you select a few particular part that okay this part of the song is good.
Mhm.
Somehow they relate to the whole composition and the whole simple lyrics that I put into, but meaningful, and they connect with it. So it's a beautiful journey, and it's of this whole song. And and I have to tell you, it got rejected also. They when they knew that, as I said, where Kaise Hua was coming, it was coming there. My song was coming there. Then they felt no. So Kabir is meeting Preeti for the first time. How can he just initially say "मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा"? They took it, they accepted it, and then then the director called me, and he said, "How can they? I don't think it's fitting in. We'll have to wait." And then I got a call that it's not on for the film. And then you won't believe. I'll be honest with you. I was really taken aback, because I really this song. I knew wherever it will go, it's big. Like it's because it's been made with a lot of purity. And then it was Chennai Super King IPL match, final match happening, and I was watching the match, and I got a call. The team was about to win, and they called me from T Series. They called me. It's like, we don't want to break your heart or anything, but they want the song back again. So the team wanted my song back again. It was the first to be selected, the first to be rejected after being selected, and then they wanted this song, and it became what it became. Yeah.
It became up. See, these are all the stories which is actually not known by all the people, because that can be only known by the originals, because those who've already composed it or involved in that. So that was my part. Thank you so much for answering this, Akhil. Now, I'll tell you that Allshots, so the application which I told you about, this is the English news aggregator application in the entire Arab world, based out in UAE. Now, we have this slogan and we have this tagline that we deliver the shortest news in 30 seconds. Like, the news can be read in 30 seconds and then it's all done. Like, who wants to read the entire right? So the concept behind Allshots is ALSHORTS. Allshots is you can read in 30 seconds. The news delivered in 30 seconds. Now we have a rapid fire for you. You can be prepared in a minute or say 30 seconds or whatnot. That you have to give us 30 songs title. Say Tera Ban Jaunga. This will start like this: Tera Ban Jaunga, Humsafar, or it could be Pal Pal Dil Ke Paas, like this.
Okay.
Without stopping, like a breathless thing. So if you're up for this, very prepared.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You'll try. So what I'll do is I'll just start the timer from my side, and I'll just 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds up and down. Good work.
I have to name 30 songs.
30 very quickly.
30 songs very quickly. Okay, I'm good to go.
Because you know what? We have 200,000 plus downloads for this application. This would be great for them and for RSL. Let's go ahead. Obviously, you have to name yours as well for the first 3 or 4, your songs, 7, 8 songs. And then we're going to rush through the entire.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Akhil Sachdeva on the rapid fire round for 30 seconds. Allshots, special coverage. Let's go ahead.
नैना जोड़ी हम सफर ओ साजना मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा रोंदी अखियां सुकून गलियां बेइंतहा क्योंकि तुम ही हो कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है पल पल दिल के पास कैसे हुआ पहला प्यार पहला नशा पल आदत पंछी. Dude, I don't know, man.
Great. So, 10 seconds and you've answered 22. You've given 22. Oh, that's great.
Cool. Thank you. Wow, that's fun, man. That was a fun thing.
Yeah. I need to ask very personal. This is a personal question.
Ji.
About Galiyan, because it has a different taste. Apart from your songs, what you compose, basically, if we go back and listen to Humsafar 2017, more than 300 plus million views. If we go to an year back, Kabir Singh, Tera Ho Jaunga, again more than 700 plus million views. And this is also just only 1 week down, and we've already crossed 128k views on the song, and multiple platforms. So now Galiyan has a different flavor. You've added the voice of Aziz Kaur as well into that.
What's the different? I think I never I've never till date called Galiyan as a song. I feel it's a vibe. Galiyan is not a song; it's a vibe. And it's a sound also. And I think I must say Vaibhav, who's my baby brother, and he's done a tremendous job on the song. And I always give him the authority to feel the song take the song as his own. And that's why I think he put his whole soul and the sound of it. Initially, that sort of writing also is very different from my usual writing. Like, मैं कमली बन गई मैं जोगन बन गई. It's sort of different writing, and the different the what do you call the phrasing of the song is also very different from my usuals. But as I say, I keep challenging myself, and I always maintain one thing, that I need to make the soul. My music has the soul. That's there, but I have to challenge myself to write different sort of a different write, because I'm not learned. Everything I'm doing just by passion and just my own world that I get into. And but yes, you won't believe there is no single song till date of mine also that I have heard. I don't hear my songs easily. I don't want to hear my own voice. I like to sing.
That's very difficult. That's very difficult.
I like people to enjoy my voice, but I'm not somebody who hears their own song too often. Galia is the only song of my career that I've been tripping since last 1 month, and I'm not hearing any other song. Like it's been a month. It's released 1 week back.
Yeah.
And it's been a month I'm tripping on Galia, and I think I'm gonna continue for next 1 month easily. No other second song that I'm hearing. It's a vibe that everyone is getting connected to. Different platforms have their different marketing strategies. So I somehow believe there are so many songs even right now which so many big labels are doing and getting those huge numbers.
Yes.
When a good song gets huge number, you relate to it. When you just get numbers, and when you just get numbers, and when you don't even know the songs, what songs you're listening to, you don't relate to it. And I'm somebody like that. Like, I just got known on Spotify and everything. Last 1 month, I got 2 million followers on listening to my music in last 1 month, August.
Yeah.
And Galia, all the music fraternity have been messaging me that they're going mad about this song. They didn't think that it was my sort of a song, but yet it was me. So as I said, I always tell them it's not a song, it's a vibe. So,
it has a different vibe. It is.
Yeah, it's a different vibe. And I think credit goes to Weber and Shadab Bhai who mixed and mastered the song as well. Everybody, we worked as a team, but I'm a proud maker. I feel proud. Like this is something that I'm proud to, because everybody, like, I think suddenly I got a quick response from my fans, from the film fraternity, from the music fraternity people, and everybody, and they all say we are vibing, and I always make sure it's a vibe.
Yeah, it is a song for such reason. Yeah. Now, very quickly, you were not a singer. So by your destiny, you were not a singer. What would have been your choice?
I definitely would love. I always thought that I would be a cricketer. That's what I felt. But I think if I was not a singer, I would have been a cab driver or a taxi driver somewhere abroad, because I drive with a lot of passion. I do things with passion, and I love to drive with passion. So I must have gone abroad and must be driving with singing my own songs to my clients and my passengers.
So now, very quickly, the second last question. Then we'll go for some of your performance right now. Like, the world of remixes have been criticized a lot these days.
Yeah.
What is your take on that?
I honestly, I have just one take on it, that if you can't just take away the soul from the original song. If you can maintain the sanity and the soul of the song, it's good. Because see, it's very important for the new generation, because the generation is changing very fast.
Yes.
This generation is not like how the earlier generation was. Like, it's very different from the 90s kids. And they need to hear the music that was back there. So it's a good part also. But I somehow feel, what the problem is? The problem is that everybody feels that it's a way of making millions and, getting a super hit thing and getting those eyeballs stuck. But they're forgetting that they are, the quality is going down. I personally feel when it was happening too much, yes, there were a lot of criticism. Criticism was also good. I believe that not all songs should be touched, but they should, whenever and whosoever is doing a remix, they should take that one particular song with that freshness and with that passion, and they should forget that, the last they must have delivered some 10 hits with the remix. Because, as I said, to deliver a remix, to do a remix for a trend's sake, it's not the way out.
Yeah,
that's where I feel it falls. It falls on your. But I think labels, and it's also because people want it. Otherwise, why would a label make it? It's a supply. That's why the demand is also happening. It's a demand. That's why they supply it. Yeah. So they criticize because they audiences now they're very well aware. Yeah. Everybody, they just know it. So just because the rap is working, you can't put a rap in all the songs. Just because a particular beat is working, you can't just do that. You have to treat this song knowing. First of all, you should know that you are doing this because it was already a legend or a big song.
That is why
that's a hit song. So give that credibility, and then touch the song. That's what my personal take is. And but I've been an original maker always, so I don't think I would want to do any remix. But I think people have started asking me to do a playback for remixes. So that's a different thing. That's totally different their call. Yeah.
Totally. Very, very, very nice thing. So now, one message from your side to all our UAE fans, those who all will be watching, is that Akhil Sachdeva believes in this, and how you maintain your fitness in this COVID-19, and a special message to all our UAE fans, the Indian ones, of course, and the others as well.
Well, I think Akhil Sachdeva believes in simplicity. I believe in being pure and being true to yourself, whatever you do. And one message that I would definitely want to give to everybody is when they ask me, a lot of people wants to become when they get inspired by me. A lot of fans when they keep messaging me, and I really talk to my fans. I really get indulged in talking to my fans.
Yes.
When they want a lot of people, because I think they don't want to do music for the heck of, because of the calling. I feel they want to become, they have for the short term fame and that success and popularity. They want to become popular, which a bad singer can also be. Which you can kill somebody and you can be popular.
You can be a popular
one. Yeah. So it's like you better be a killer and just be popular if you want to be a popular guy. So I always say, don't be the second Akhil. I always say, be the first you. Like, you have to be. Like, I tell that to my fans who say that they want to become like me or whatever. So I personally feel that realize your true calling, be honest to yourself, and that's where you will know. It might be a difficult path, but it's been difficult for everybody. For me, it's been difficult, lot difficult. But once you achieve that success, I think then you just love it. But if you want that short-term fame and success, then you might get it. I think you would get it, but you'll fall also very quickly. So that's just be honest and be true to yourself. That's what I would say. And good music will always be a good music. Like, no matter what, numbers never matter. I'll be honest to you. I don't know what my numbers are. I don't know what my numbers are. I never check that, because I know there is no YouTube. There is Dil Ki Tube. You have to touch the Dil Ki Tube. I honestly feel that. Yeah, I feel that. So that's my kind of approach, and I would want my people to follow that. And fitness, I think I'm a food junkie myself. I'm a food guy. I'm a big foodie. But yes, I make sure that no matter what I eat, no matter what I drink, no matter what I do, I have to. It's like a mandatory thing, because when we drink, when we eat, we don't get tired. We don't get tired. Like, nobody gets tired. That's why we just keep eating. We just keep drinking. We never think. So I'm somebody who feels that you eat, you drink, whatever you do, but you mandatorily need to know that you need to do some difficult thing next day for sure. So whatever the situation is, whatever, I don't forget to do my own riyaz, because I'm not a learned guy. I don't forget to do my riyaz in the morning, even if I've gone to a party, I've had few drinks also, or I've eaten whatever. But the next morning I get up and I do my riyaz. I make sure, even in a fati awaz, in a bekar awaz, sometimes but I'll make sure, because that makes my discipline happening.
Yeah.
And so that's what I feel, that discipline is very important. Either thoda bahut here and there, it's fine, but you have to be disciplined if you are especially in this sort of a field. And to your channel, I would say just love me, because I'm an artist who's born to give love. And if you give me 1% love, I'll give you 1,000%, and you won't be tired, and you'll want more. That's all.
Seriously. So now, for winding up this very quickly, in Akhil Sachdeva's style, to all our viewers, he'd say a nice goodbye. Thank you so much, Akhil, for your wonderful time. We wish that you make wonderful music in the future. You keep entertaining us. We will all love you a lot. We all really love you a lot. And you keep growing, keep entertaining us, keep giving your voices to the legendary songs coming in the future for future generation. And right now, Akhil Sachdeva would be signing off with his own style in the way he has a guitar. He is right now there. So Akhil, it's in your way to sum this up.
Cool. So गलियां वो गलियां किते रह गईयां, माहियां जो तेरी यार खींच लाती है, उनसे गुजरना जो मैं चाहूं भी सही, सिसकती है सांसें मेरी जान जाती है, पास तू मेरे पास नहीं, आस जगी पर अब वो बात नहीं, मैं कमली बन चलिया, मैं जोगन बन चलिया, याद क्यों आए मुझे तेरी गली, मैं कमली बन चलिया, मैं जोगन बन चलिया, दिल क्यों दुखाए मेरा तेरी गलियां, तेरी गलियां, तेरी गलियां, तेरी गलियां, तेरी गलियां, सुन मेरे हम सफर, क्या तुझे इतनी सी भी खबर कि तेरी सांसें चलती जिधर, रहूंगा बस वही उम्र भर, मैं तेरा बन जाऊं।